Lynn Hrabovsky, star at the Joseph, Columbus, Ohio. Let's do it, Lynn.
Yes, let's. Oh my God. Okay. Hey, that's me. Welcome back. Hi, welcome. It's nice to meet you all. Hello. Welcome. How are you? Welcome. All right, are we all where we want to be? All right. Time. Good afternoon, judges. My name is Lynn Hrabovsky, and I come from a little bar in Columbus, Ohio called Still at the Joseph, and I am beyond excited to be here today. I'll admit, I'm still a bit green in the world of specialty coffee, but that gives me a unique, newcomer's perspective to this whole thing. And one of the things that drew me to this competition in the first place is that across the years, this competition has been the catalyst for a number of amazing ideas, but I think that many of those can only exist right here on this stage, meaning they'll never reach a vital part of our community, our guests, which is why I believe it's so important for all of us here today to keep guests and service in mind, even while we're competing away from our cafes and regulars. And speaking of service, I should probably get on that. You guys were promised coffee after all. So all the coffee that I'm serving today was generously provided and roasted by my friends at One Line Coffee, a cornerstone of the Ohio coffee community. The espresso that I'll be starting with is a washed Java grown by Terrazas del Pisque in the Pichincha region of Ecuador, just north of Quito. I'll be pulling it at a dose of 18 grams in, 44 out, in 38 seconds. Funnily enough, my coffee and I actually grew up at the same altitude of 2,100 meters above sea level, but in pretty drastically different climates. Terrazas del Pisque is located in the middle of a desert, and water is brought to the farm by an irrigation system that dates back to the Spanish colonization. But where some farmers may have seen too much difficulty, the founder of Terrazas del Pisque saw an opportunity. They planted not just coffee, but a number of crops and trees that could coexist and help each other thrive in the arid environment. As the founder put it, the best way to integrate coffee into a forest is to build a forest yourself. So build it they did. The unique environment allows them to grow a number of varieties that would be more at home in places like Indonesia than they would be Ecuador, including this Java. When you taste this espresso, you'll be getting notes of lime, pineapple, lychee, a light molasses, and pomegranate. It has a light syrup mouthfeel with a lingering, clean finish. And judges, something that's important to know about me is that I am not one for delayed gratification. So as soon as you're served, please perform your visual evaluations, stir, and enjoy. While you do, I'll be getting started on our signature beverage. Thank you, and please enjoy. Thank you. Thank you. Please enjoy. When I was designing my signature beverage, I knew I wanted to create something that brought together all of the products, skills, and knowledge that to me are synonymous with being a barista, which meant I knew it would include coffee, milk, and tea. This ingredient list led me to learn about Hong Kong coffee milk tea, a drink made with brewed coffee, Hong Kong milk tea, which is a combination of brewed black tea and evaporated milk. Using this drink as a jumping off point, I landed on a coffee tea milk latte, which serves as a name and 3/5 of the ingredient list. The remaining two components are a brown sugar simple syrup, reminiscent of tiger syrup used in many milk teas, and orange, which serves to brighten the drink, but also pays homage to Terrazas del Pisque, where they grow citrus right alongside their coffees. The farm is also doing a number of experiments with coffee leaf tea, which in a way makes this drink Terrazas del Pisque in a cup as well. The espresso that I'm using for it is that same washed Java, once again pulled at a dose of 18 grams in, 44 out, in 38 seconds. Each shot will then be combined with a 1/4 ounce of that brown sugar simple syrup. For the next important component, we have the tea milk. It's not milk tea. There is a difference, I swear. The tea milk is made by cold brewing tea directly in milk for 9 hours, which results in a rich, flavorful tea without imparting any harsh, unwanted astringency or watering down the drink at all. The milk that I'm using for it is a grass-fed whole milk from Hartzler's, which is a beloved family-owned Ohio dairy farm. Their milks are non-homogenized and also pasteurized through a process called vat pasteurization, where the milk is held at a lower temperature for a longer period of time, rather than a high temperature for a short period of time. These two unique processes result in a richer, sweeter, fresher tasting milk. Thank you. The tea that I'm using for it is provided by Bang Teas, a company that specializes in Taiwanese oolongs. This tea is of the Zhenxuan milk cultivar, created by the Taiwanese government in collaboration with the Farmers Association and grown in the Alishan Township. This particular cultivar is usually served unroasted, but Bang Teas has been working with the farmers to start experimenting with roasting it in order to create a new flavor profile for this rich, buttery tea. I specifically chose an oolong for this drink because the processing that oolong goes through, from harvest to drying to roasting, is extremely similar to that of another caffeinated beverage that we all enjoy that features in this drink as well, this espresso. Actually, not technically my espresso since mine is a washed, but a natural, if you will. And judges, one of the reasons that I love this drink so much is that it is more than the sum of its parts. It tastes neither just of coffee nor just of milk, but of something else entirely. When you drink it, you'll be getting notes of roasted grains, bittersweet cocoa, and orange creamsicle. The Ohio milk gives it a rich, creamy mouthfeel and a long, lingering, sweet floral finish. And once again, this drink, like many other things in life, I believe, is best enjoyed immediately upon receipt. So please feel free to drink as soon as you've been served. No need to shake, stir, rattle, roll, or anything else. All that I ask is that you please drink more than just a few sips in order to get all of the layers of flavor that this drink has to offer. And in just a moment, I'll be adding the final touch, the orange. I've decided to go a bit old-fashioned with the presentation and simply express it over the top in order to give it a bright citrus nose as you drink. I truly do believe that this competition has been the catalyst for a number of amazing ideas, but we do a disservice to ourselves and our guests when we focus too much on ideas that cannot be shared on a larger scale in cafe service. Reproducibility in service should not be seen as limitations, but as opportunities for us to focus on and celebrate innovations coming from the farmers behind our coffee and dairy, our roasters, the producers behind the other products that we serve, and us, the baristas, as we create new techniques, drinks, and flavor combinations. I'd like to thank you again for your time today and for this opportunity. Thank you again. Time.